think anyone that's seen even one Quentin Tarantino film would agree that he is a lot. A lot of basically everything. Maybe gore or excess blood initially comes to mind, with this film so often filled with over-the-top gunshot wounds and continuous teeth-clenching body horror. But Tarantino's work isn't just limited to that. Whether it be enormous casts of major actors, lengthy conversations other filmmakers may complete in less than a minute, or extended runtimes well over 2 hours, often with longer director's cuts released later on. Whether this comes across as too much is absolutely up to the viewer. But as someone who clearly makes films in his own interest, with himself as a target audience, it's clear that Tarantino never holds back. His dialogue is my personal favourite aspect of his work, often giving incredible characters seemingly innocuous dialogue that hooks attention so well. It can sometimes sway too far into rambling, but by and large Tarantino writes excellent scripts. Regrettably, his writing for and about women usually misses the mark, but I think he understands that and has adapted to it in his later films. He won't ever be a feminist icon, but at least he doesn't botch it anymore. When his dialogue is paired with a great character or a passion-filled, fast-paced plot, his films regularly reach incredible heights. Tarantino is the ultimate cinema lover's filmmaker because he loves cinema so much. His films seep with passion, and that's why I've chosen his filmography to act as the subject of my first tournament. A solid, highly unique set of features that each show brilliance in different ways. With each piece seeming so unique, it makes sense to build a tournament to find the best overall Tarantino film, looking into different aspects of great filmmaking within his work. And let's be honest, the best way to sort out anything like this is a bracket. None of those silly tier lists or ranked videos. A pure good old bracket. So, to make his filmography into a fully functioning bracket, we really need to start with one of the magic numbers. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, and so on. Because without having a body of work equal to one of those numbers, it makes things a lot more difficult. So we need a way of getting rid of some of these films to get to one of the magic numbers. A pre-tournament would be the most obvious choice, but a group stage would work too. Now, a pre-tournament is a rather inconvenient way of starting off, but 9 is also a very inconvenient number to start with. However, it will still run with the same matchup system as the rest of the tournament, and will leave us with the 8 films that we need for the quarterfinals. Consisting of a maximum of 5 sets, each matchup will run with the first 3 win condition. Each set will focus on a different aspect of Tarantino's filmmaking, starting with plot and moving through characters and visuals. With Tarantino known for his dialogue, that will make up the 4th set, and best scene acting as a final decider if needed. As far as the pre-tournament is concerned, 7th will play 8th, with the loser battling bottom for the last quarterfinal place. In order to determine which films take the seeded and unseeded slots in the quarterfinals, I have taken every single one of his 9 films, treating Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2 as the same entity just as Tarantino does himself, and ranked them on an average of their Metacritic, Rotten Tomatoes, and IMDb user scores. As you can see in the table on screen, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, Django Unchained, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood rank the highest. These will be the 4 seeded movies in the quarterfinals, with Inglourious, Basterds and Kill Bill qualified as unseeded films. The bottom 3 will take part in a pre-tournament, determining which 2 join the others in the quarterfinals. So that's Jackie Brown against the Hateful Eight, with Deathproof waiting in the elimination match. To move on to Jackie Brown versus the Hateful Eight, click the matchup link on the left. To jump straight into the quarterfinals, the link to the draw is on screen too.